It all started with a small SaaS company in Finland. Today, it's used in over 80 countries around the world. The journey, anything but easy. Lessons learned, key insights, hard-earned experiences. This is the founder's point of view.
Okay, welcome to the founder's point of view. Today we are going to have a topic which is it's nearer to the original idea of the founder's point of view. So not just promoting our own product.
Exactly.
So today we are going to have an episode about how to involve everyone in your company in strategy process. And we have lately updated our own strategy, and the change was pretty big.
Yep, I agree.
And I'm feeling that we managed to have everyone involved in the process, and I'm pretty happy now and feeling that now we have everything in line, and people at our company know that what they should do today and tomorrow and the next week and maybe after a month.
Yeah, I agree all that, and I feel the same. It's quite normal stuff for companies to do some like strategy updates at the end of the year and so on, and it's been for us as well. But probably first time ever it feels like we have managed to get like 100% buy-in from every single employee, and they are really committed to this journey together. So feeling very well.
This time we did everything a little bit different, not much, but the small things differently than the years before. And during the years, of course, we have also discussed in this podcast about the strategy process and the things related to that. But we had some kind of assumptions that we want to take into account when we start to iterate our strategy to the next level. And the first thing is that we have learned during the years that the planning is more important than the actual plan. And many times in companies, the planning is done by executive group or the board or the founders, and then they are showing the concrete plan to the others, and they
super proud of the plan.
Yeah, because they have done the planning. They understand the plan because of the planning, and they miss that the fact that the planning is more important than the plan, and that was the one thing we have learned that we wanted to do. We wanted to take that into account when we started to do the strategy again. And then one thing also what we wanted to have is that everyone can participate from every level. So the owners, the board, the executive group, the managers, and all the employees.
Yeah.
Everyone should be participated in, and we should find a role for everyone how to participate. And the last thing we started that strategy process in November, I think, early November. And we knew that we will need a couple of months time because of course the operational things are important, that they are going on in our calendars, and we have calendars full of the events and everything normal with our clients, so we cannot take the whole week or a month to only for the updating the strategy, but so we have limited time resources from every group of people who should involve. So that was these were the assumptions before we started that we need to take them in the account, and then we started to follow the steps, the 7. I think it's 7 steps we followed. And what was the first step?
I think the first step actually happened before November, and it was when we as founders realized that our current strategy and current GTMs and all the other things which are part of the strategy, with those we won't achieve the goals the owners have set for the company.
Yeah.
So we have to change something. We have to change the GTMs and like the angles we are trying to get more customers and everything. So the whole strategy needed some adjustment. So I think that was the first part, and we made some like first scratch thoughts and went to the board and had some sparring sessions and so on, and then started to kind of craft the first versions of possible OKRs and
Yeah.
so on. So
Yeah, I remember that we had that conversation only with the founders, and because the founders we own most of the company, and also there are also other founders, the micro owners and the investor also.
Yeah.
But we own the most of the company, so that's why our decisions are the most important.
Yeah, exactly.
We had that founders meeting where we discussed through and very openly that what we want to achieve as a company and as the owners of this company. And then I remember that I shared that also pretty openly with the board in the next board meeting, that there is also investor sitting at our board, and we thought that that is something what we are looking for, and that's the way how we see what we should achieve during next year, next 3 years, next 5 years. And then we heard also the opinion from the investor and the other board members that, and we set up some kind of common goal for the whole company and updated and write again the owner strategy.
Yeah.
So that's what we are, and that was the basement of everything for the updating the current strategy. But we had started to see that, okay, with that we are not going to achieve the level and the state we have set it together with the owners before. And then we started to do the second step of the strategy process, and that step was the evaluation of the current strategy with the whole company, and everyone participated. How did we do that?
If I remember correctly, we did some kind of Figma exercise that we asked from all the employees which has worked or not during the year.
Yeah.
Last year, and what should we change, and they had opportunity to put those Figma notes and all the put all the things from their mind this Figma table for us to analyze.
Fig charm exercise. Yeah.
What's going right or wrong? That was the exercise, and it was, I think it's super important to involve the whole company immediately. So basically, immediately when we started doing this strategy work for this year, we decided to involve the whole company. It was a super time-consuming exercise. It took maybe 1 or 2 hours or something.
Maximum 2 hours.
Yeah, but it was super useful, and it was the first step to all the employees to be able to commit to this strategy.
Yeah. So we listed all the teams of our current strategy. So the ICP, the problem we are solving, the market where we are serving the clients, where we serve clients, our current product and how we solve the problem, the solution, the positioning, the competition landscaping, the competitive edges and differentiation, our product vision, and our current go-to-market strategy. And so we list all of them, and then everyone check them through and try to post as many thoughts as possible about that what kind of problems we have seen during this year, what works, what worked, what did not work, how we should change things to good work. And in many times, if the strategy is not done well, or it doesn't mean that it's not done well, but it's wrong for the market what we have decided. And many times the strategy can be that you learn more. That can be also the strategy, but many times you start to feel that pretty quickly within the employees who are implementing that and doing the actual things, but the board and the executive group, they can see that the later in with the KPIs or metrics what have at the company level. So the most important information is always coming from the people who are executing and implementing the strategy in the daily life. So that's why I think that when we evaluate our current strategy, it should be done not just the board, the founders, but especially with the whole company.
Yeah.
Commercial break. Trustmary in 30 seconds.
Trustmary helps companies to automate the review and feedback collection and utilizing in their marketing.
We are a Finnish company, but we are already operating in 80 different countries.
Our product is especially designed for the companies doing service-oriented business coming from traditional industries.
If you need any help related to these topics, just reach us out on LinkedIn. We are happy to help.
And now back to the story.
Because the pain points and the problems will be found, and also the new ideas will be found more likely, because everyone who has implemented the strategy has been involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then I remember that we got like hundreds of post-it notes, notes about everything, and then with the smaller group, I think the founders, maybe there is also a couple of other executive group members, and we went through all of them, and we make a conclusion. We analyzed those notes from the Figma, and we tried to make comprehensive conclusions that what's going really on, and what that is telling us, that there is so many post-it notes about this kind of thing, and what does this mean, and things like that. And then we went all those conclusions through with everyone. So do you think that this is what we tried to say, or is this something what we have found? Is this something what seems to be clear enough, or does this resonate with the big picture?
Yeah.
And things like that. And then we also did some kind of fixes, but that was the third step to do that. And then with those conclusions, we went to the fourth step and started to build a new strategy and update the old strategy to the next level. And that was that was happened with the board and with the guidelines coming from the board, and also so the owner strategy was also taken into account. So that was the fourth step. And then when we had updated to new strategy, and we started to feel that okay, now we have everything there, and that makes sense. And the ICP, the problem, the solution, the market, the vision, the go-to-market strategy, the product vision, product roadmap, go-to-market steps, everything is connected and makes sense. Then we moved to the next step, and the next step was to find a budget, set up the concrete key results and the objectives for the next year and for the first quarter.
And it was actually quite, I wouldn't say huge process, but the change itself was quite big. So we had to adjust like budgets quite much, all the allocations, different GTMs, everything. We had basically re-budget everything compared to last year. And also in terms of OKRs, we basically couldn't use any OKRs for last year. We had to
we couldn't continue. Because I remember that, for example, last year's strategy was made mostly by continuing what was planned year before.
Yeah, also budget has been like rolling 12 months. But
almost,
we have just updated it a bit and so on. Now it was like more comprehensive change in terms of budget and OKRs.
Yeah, the allocation of customer acquisition costs and the customer acquisition channels and recruiting and product development resources and everything. It was totally different in that time.
That's true.
Yeah. So we set up the budget and also the strategic level key results.
Yeah.
So what are the key results? What are telling us that what will tell us that we are going to the right direction, and one day we are going to manage. We are going to be at the objective level what we have set. So those key results also we check them through together with the board, and then we have checked that okay, this is financially possible. We have enough money to do that. We have enough cash flow to do that, and we just need to do the allocation that and there and so on. And then we had that updated the strategy, and then we went all of them through to the whole company. It was our Christmas, very traditional for us that we go through to the next year's strategy in the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And we went through there, and then we added some kind of hackathon, lovable exercise there.
Yeah.
And we wanted to together do something concrete related to the new strategy and new position what we are going to do through the product next year, and get everyone also involved and excited about the future things in a concrete way, not just in a presentation of the CEO.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one thing which is important to note, that we have involved employees during the whole strategy process a lot from the very beginning. But at the same time, we as founders and you as CEO have done like all the decisions and made sure that we are moving forward all the time. So that's actually one thing which have been asked by employees that, hey, you're the founders, so please do the decisions. We can give some input, and then you can have it and summarize, analyze it, and do the decisions. And it's once again one of those situations that we made decisions, you made decisions, we had something to show them. We didn't have all the like exact tasks or that kind of stuff yet, but we wanted to involve them once again, and then we did the Lovable workshop, and they immediately could see how the like first steps of that new strategy could look like.
Yeah,
It was super powerful and
very powerful. Yeah.
Effective workshop.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So and the sixth step after that was that, of course, there was a lot of questions after the Lovable hackathon prototyping session. That okay, what if in January when I come back to the work, what are the initiatives and the tasks I start to do immediately on Monday, and we wanted to answer to all of those questions immediately, and that was something we wanted to do better than the last time. But when people are coming back to the work, they should know pretty quickly that what does the new strategy feel and mean in every day after that. And then we started together. That's why we started together in Uvascular, and everyone who could be there in live. We were there in live, and we had a new Figma session where we, of course, we went through the strategy again, the updated strategy, and everything, and then we started to do the Figma session. That okay, let's list all the tasks and initiatives and what we should do immediately to start to gain those key results at the company level.
Yeah.
And we did the first maybe 30 minutes. Everyone was posting everything what was coming to their mind, and then we categorized them. We put it to, and yeah, we connected to the similar ones, and then we take the other session where we continued doing that posting and giving new ideas and tasks. And then as a founders, we went through everything and we prioritized those tasks and initiatives, and we removed the tasks which cannot be done or should not be done in January, or we don't have resources to do it now. And we cleared the lists, and we also categorized them. And then we asked from everyone, and everyone, also us, we voted that where we want to involve or participate. What are the task categories where everyone feels that okay, that is something I can do now. I want to do it. I have knowledge or skills to do it, or I want to get know this topic better.
Yeah, exactly.
And more. And we vote that, and so that was also the common practice using very used Figma. And that helped us as a founders to know that who are mostly interested in and what topics, and how we should allocate those tasks and also the responsibilities.
Yeah.
And we did that actually. The last step was happened this week, and we decided together with the executive group and the founders that who is going to be the most responsible person of every task category we
Yeah.
have listed. And also we checked that how we are going to manage that in a weekly level, and how everyone will be reported that what's going on around them. Yeah.
Yeah. It was all in all, it was like super effective process because this part when we were doing those like tasks and last responsibilities and like the concrete list for January and Q1, the whole process took like less than 8 hours or something.
Yeah.
And I started thinking why was it so effective, and probably the reason is that we've been involving our employees, all the colleagues, the strategy work from the very beginning. So immediately when we started doing this strategy work for this year, we started collecting the data from their minds and their ideas and everything, and then we made the decisions, moved forward and collected something more and validated and moved forward and so on. So they have been in this process from the very beginning. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the reason.
And the steps of this process, I think the first step was that owner strategy, update the owner strategy, or at least write it down again.
Yeah.
So clarify
Yeah.
the owner strategy. And the next step was the evaluation of the current strategy. And then the third one was building a updated strategy for the coming year. And then the next one was set up the quantitative targets and the objectives and the key results, all the numbers related to the new strategy. Then find out or plan the initiatives and the tasks and the concrete Q1 execution. And the last one is the execution and the rollout.
Yeah.
And how to roll out the strategy to everyone.
Exactly. I think it's quite obvious that if you involve people, they are more committed to your strategy or whatever. What do you think? What was the secret sauce that we managed to do it so well this year?
I think that the secret sauce is that we were able to involve all the levels at the right time and with the right level of data and information. So employees, all of us involved when it's right time to involve, and the board members, they didn't need to do too concrete, too operational things.
Good point.
They got the right level information. So for them it is also easier to make maybe some bigger decisions, or also to take the to see the big picture also, because they don't see too much.
Yeah. So very like accurate and stakeholder specific communication and tasks.
Yeah, you're right. Right. So I think that that's the thing. And also the other thing is that we everyone's also got informed that what's going on with the strategy update. So they knew that okay, after a couple of weeks they will see the first version of the new strategy, and that's the pace or stage where everyone can comment that.
Yeah, that's also a good point. You don't have to have everything immediately.
Mm,
For example, in our case, we didn't have all like specific tasks just before Christmas,
yeah,
but what we had, we said to employees that, hey, you will know during the first week of January or second, or whatever. But
yeah.
anyway,
There will be the answers.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
they don't have to wait and think that, hey, are they going to tell us or not?
yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, it was. We learned a lot. We learned a lot during the last 3 months, and let's see. Let's take a new episode
Yeah,
from this similar topic, and let's see that is this year our strategy working or not, and what are our opinions about the topic then
yeah.
after the 12 months.
At least now it feels like winning strategy.
Yeah,
So,
better than before.
yeah,
Ever.
let's see.
Let's see. Maybe we are really wrong. We have not used the right information or data when we have built that. But let's see. That is the good information coming from everyone's.
Exactly.
If not, maybe we just need to create again that founder vision based information data platform and not to use everyone's opinion at all. Okay, thank you for listening or watching this podcast.
Thank you. See you next episode.
Thank you.